Hey, Shaklee friends. This is Senior Master Coordinator Bob Ferguson. And I was given the opportunity to talk a little bit about how Shaklee has impacted my life. I was invited to talk about the physical aspect, the emotional aspect, the financial aspect, the environmental aspect. And I'm going to approach this a little bit differently. And I'm going to read to you 4 principles. And these 4 principles were elucidated to me by Dr. Susan Krumdijk. She has done extensive work with indigenous cultures all around the world, and she has derived these 4 principles that she finds common in indigenous cultures when they think about economics. And so see if you recognize any of these in our Shaklee experience. So the first one is abundant biosphere. More forest than can ever be used, more fish in the river than ever needed. The second one is ability to give without transaction or payment. The derived wealth, don't you love that term, derived wealth, where social capacity to give is in surplus. So the taking care of others and sharing don't drain you, they make you wealthy. Number 3, fair access to resources by everyone. Not necessarily equivalent results, but everyone has equal access. And the last one, autonomy, being able to do what you want to do. So, when I look at my 51 years of experience our family has had, and 49 years of using the products, and 44 years of doing the business. These 4 principles actually sum up very neatly, in my view, the opportunity that Dr. Shaklee gave us. That when we think about doing our business, we have an abundance. We have an abundant market. We can talk to anyone. It's absolutely unlimited. You could also interpret that as abundant energy. I'm at an age that used to be considered old, and I love the fact that the Shaklee products I've been using 49 years has really given me an uncommon capacity to use my body and my mind at nearly age 71, and not to think about, well, do I have to ration energy? No, I can go out to the Eagle Barn today and do 7 hours of stoop labor and be no worse for the wear. So that quality of abundance is there. Ability to give without transaction or payment. Now, we certainly are in the sales business, right? We sell products and we get people going with the business. But when we think about the quality that makes Shaklee so dear to us, this sense of derived wealth, social capacity to give, that is required actually in our business. You really can't be successful unless you develop that social capacity to give. You feel a surplus of that, and you simply give it out to people. So check number 2, fair access to resources by everyone. Well, it's interesting that if you go to work in another company, even go into sales, if you do really well, what's likely to happen the next year? They'll cut your territory in half and say, well, do the most, do that much in this. Well, we don't have such a thing. We have fair access to everyone. Everyone who comes into Shaklee has exactly the same opportunity as everyone else. So check that. And finally, autonomy, being able to do what you want to do. Well, success in Shaklee is the very definition of creating a situation where you can do what you want to do. Sure, I spend some time building my business, sometimes more, sometimes less, but I'm also able to be the executive director of the Sustainable Living Coalition and work with little free pantries, do a lot of other things. And the autonomy that the income gives me and the very nature of what we're doing. Well, so there you go. There's how Shaklee has influenced me. And those are 4 principles that I think that are worthy to keep in mind. Thank you very much.